Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be building what I call a power cart. What it's going to be is an alternative source of electricity when the power goes out. It's not going to be for any long period of time, but it's going to allow us to have some lights and operate some small appliances for a short period of time. What I'm going to make it out of is that I have three marine batteries, deep cell marine batteries, two there, and one down there on the floor. I have cable. Now this is actually a set of booster cables, probably the cheapest set of cable that or wire that you can get. I've got various different types of terminals, some there that I picked up at Walmart. I have a couple here that I picked up at a local auto dealership, and these two here picked up at Princess Auto. I have these clamps for the end of the wires. Some casters here for the bottom of the wooden cart that I'm going to be laying the batteries on, and I have a 1000-watt inverter. So I'm going to show you what this looks like when I'm putting it together. Repurposed old stairs. I did some work out around the door this year, and I replaced some stair treads, so I'm actually going to cut these down and use these to make the cart. I was originally thinking about using one of these things to make a cart. Essentially, I'd lay a battery down, or I'd weld a frame here, so I put one battery here, and next battery, next level, next battery, and next level. So it'd be easy to move on this hand cart. Unfortunately, I don't have a welder, and getting it welded is a bit of a hassle. So I switched to the old tried and true method, using lumber and a little different idea for a cart. And here's the final battery cart. The dimensions are, I think, 30 by 16, and it's basically made to fit whatever batteries that you have. Now I've made it extra long to possibly put a fourth battery on it if I ever do need it. And I also have casters on the bottom, swivel casters that will allow it to move along the floor easily, because it's going to be a little heavy. Here are the batteries. I know there's three different sizes, but that's what I have on hand, so I'm going to use what I have. And there's my 1000-watt inverter. I'm going to hook these up in parallel. It's going to be negative to negative, negative to negative, and positive, 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 positive. And then those two will come out and connect over here to the side, because the two plugs are right there on my inverter. By hooking them up in parallel that way, it allows me to keep the same voltage, which is 12, while at the same time increasing the capacity or the length of the time I'll have electricity. And the wire that I'm going to use, I did look at various types of wire, but the cheapest I found is I picked these up. These are 12 gauge wire booster cables. I picked these up at a dollar store for a couple of bucks. So I'm going to be using these and these 12 gauge wire connectors to attach it all together. So I'm going to do some measuring now and some cutting and see how it looks. So I've got all the batteries hooked up, as you can see, negative to negative, negative to negative, negative, and that curls around and goes back over to the negative terminal there. And the same thing with the positives. And I have it hooked up to this 1000-watt inverter by Xantrix, I guess it is. I picked it up at Canadian Tire, and it has two outlets on the end there. So let me just turn it on. Okay, so there's power going to it, and a green light. And I looked for something electrical, and I found my palm sander. So I'll just uncoil the cord a little bit, and let's see if it works. So there you have it. It works now. I don't know how long it'll work for, but then again, I don't think I'll be sanding using battery power. This is more for lights, and it'll probably draw less than that because we do use LED lights in the house. Right now, for charging, I actually have some of these batteries are older, and they've been, I believe it's called sulfated. They get old, and something forms on the plates. I believe it's called sulfate. But this little battery charger by C-Tech, this actually has a desulfation module or something in it that will actually rejuvenate a battery. Now, it won't bring one back from the dead, but it will rejuvenate a battery that's not holding a charge. So what I'm going to be doing is that over the next couple of months I'll be charging these batteries, the big one and that one's a newer one, with that charger, so that it'll bring them back to life. And then when I have that done and they're in good condition, I have two 15-watt solar panels by Blue Planet, that I'll be hooking up to keep the batteries charged. But that's going to be for another project. So there you have it. I call this my power station for electrics and small appliances when the power goes out. Anyway, folks, I enjoyed doing this little project, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks for watching.